Round up your cattle, gather all the similar-looking women you know, finish your playlist of indistinguishable pop songs, and head to your favorite thinking doc. Farmer Wants a Wife is back, and so is the Recap Corner. I'm Lizzie Frizzle, let's talk about some TV! Awesome. Last year, the United States joined dozens of other countries in producing its own version of Farmer Wants a Wife. The first season aired on Fox last spring, and though it may have been considered a flop a decade ago, in the ever-eroding landscape of broadcast TV, it was a modern success. Since then, it's clear that the show has leveraged its popularity to score some upgrades for season 2. Like barn rugs. This episode opens the same way a lot of reality TV premieres do, with a full season trailer that spoils a bunch of eliminations and other things to come. Then we meet the women. Amy, Allie, Megan, Erin, Mackenzie, Christine, Tiana, Melody, Melanie, Destiny, Allison, Britt, Brittany, Brooke, Brooklyn, Emily, Joy, Grace, Caitlin, Sydney, Kiara, Kiana, Madison, Ray, Reba, Taylor, Lexi, Candace, Ashley, Rachel, Kristen, and Annalise. They repeat some of the same claims made by Season 1's contestants, that city guys aren't as willing to commit as country guys are. But didn't Farmer Landon disprove that by putting off eliminating people for so long the women had to have a talk with him about it?
So curious, Landon.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you still have 4 ladies.
Yeah.
You're like hoarding girls.
Jennifer Nettles returns as host and to remind the audience just how successful the Farmer Wants a Wife franchise is at creating couples who create babies.
I know this process might seem a little bit unconventional, but let me tell you that it works, okay? Out of this experience around the world, we've had over 200 marriages and over 500 children.
Of course, the show's US version isn't contributing anything to those numbers because all 3 couples that came out of the first season have since broken up. But don't think about that. Think about the 4 new farmers instead. Nathan is a 23-year-old 4th-generation citrus and cattle farmer from Florida. The only other thing we learn about him in the entire season premiere is that his dad died when he was 12. And we learn it more than once.
I handled a lot of things growing up. My dad passed away when I was 12. I was dealt a pretty rough hand growing up. My dad passed away when I was 12. My mom, she raised me all by herself.
Farmer Mitchell is a 27-year-old first-generation farmer who recently bought land outside of Nashville, Tennessee to fulfill his horse and cattle ranching dreams. He calls himself the black sheep of his family for pursuing a pastoral life, but also says he grew up with horses in his backyard. I guess we know how he afforded the farmland. New to the industry, Mitchell seems anxious to prove himself as a rancher.
Yeah, you can see the dirt in my calluses.
Mitchell also says that he doesn't want to be 40 and single, which has got to hurt to hear if you're Farmer Ty, who's 42, and cast to be the older guy. But at least he seems eager to fill the role.
My advice to you, young bucks, would be just go in with it.
He has a cattle and horse ranch in Missouri and works as a professional team roper, a rodeo event where 2 people try to catch a steer the fastest. He's got a 12-year-old daughter and potentially a sense of humor.
This is God's country. His armpit, but still.
Finally, Farmer Brandon is a 29-year-old second-generation potato and barley farmer who lives somewhere in Colorado that's so remote, the closest city is 2 hours away, and it takes 4 hours to get to an airport. So how big can that city even be? Because his town is so small,
there's no restaurants in town.
0?
No.
Brandon seems genuinely concerned that he's already met all the women he'll ever be able to in his normal life. As the contestants work up their liquid courage, speed dates begin. Each farmer will meet 8 women who chose them out of a farmer lineup, then invite 5 to move into his house. To the farmers, it feels like a big decision to make on just a first impression, but they get 10 whole minutes with each woman. That's like half a year in dating show time. The speed dates are a perfect mix of disarming farmer awkwardness.
Is there a certain way, I know body language, it'll feel. Never mind.
Contestants awkwardly trying to be memorable through bachelor-style gimmicks like teaching the farmers to golf and cheerlead, or pretending to take photos of them. Most importantly, there's the awkward intersection of country living and city women that the entire show is built on. This season, almost none of the women seem to have any farming or agriculture experience.
Have I dated a cowboy? No. That is why I'm here, girl.
With those nails. I'm a little worried if I got you sorting potatoes, how you're gonna get something grabbed, you know?
No, I'll bite these suckers off real quick. I've never been on a farm before, so I'm just excited to, get dirty.
How do you feed a horse, do you know?
There's Mel.
One contestant doesn't even know what a farm is.
I've never been on a farm.
Okay.
Is it like gardening? Like, do you garden? Is it like a gardening sitch?
I mean, it's massive
Vegetables?
scale.
There's also a vegan contestant this season.
I'm vegan, so
How would that work? Because obviously it's for the beef market.
yeah. Oh.
Why would she pick the cattle guy? Didn't anyone tell her about the potato farmer? But no one's date goes worse than Christine's. She's the first woman to meet Farmer Ty, who's completely verklempt when she asks him what turns him on.
So what do you look for in a woman?
What do I look for in a woman?
Yeah, what turns you on?
What turns me on? That was the go-to question, and then that just turned around with a little bit of what does it?
Though it's clear she's just asking Ty what makes him tick in a slightly cheeky way, Ty takes Christine very literally, thinks she's asking about his sexual preferences, and loses the ability to form a full sentence for the rest of their date. Later, Christine is confused, insecure, and possibly drunk as other women return from their time with Ty, claiming to have felt an instant connection with him. By the end of the speed dates, Christine is talking to a producer, shoes in hand, asking to quit the show. And after she tells Ty the same thing while they stand on a dock together, she does. At least she quit before the elimination ceremony instead of during it like a woman last season, which forced Farmer Allen to sheepishly uneliminate someone he wanted to get rid of on night 1.
You kind of felt bad being picked last. The first girl didn't decide to go home, I wouldn't even be here.
It's also not Christine's fault she couldn't make it work with Farmer Ty. How was she supposed to know that the way to his heart is to like the smell of horse poop?
I love the smell of the horses. I love the way that the horses' poop smells.
Who is going to be the first lady that you'll invite back to the farm?
Brooke.
Oh my God.
But as much as I'd like to talk about horse manure, instead, I have to talk about Sydney, a construction worker that's not like the other girls, who impresses Farmer Mitchell by being not like the other girls.
So,
You can operate a skid steer?
are you kidding me?
Really?
Can I operate a skid steer? Oh my God. You
Your
should
body
see
points
me
just
on
went
that
up a
puppy.
little bit, really?
Mitchell is also into Kiana, a dog trainer who he thinks is mature, and not because she's 30. Really, Mitchell seems to like everyone. Throughout his dates, he doles out compliments like it's the end of the month and he's got a quota to fill.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Your eyes are beautiful. You got a beautiful smile. You're beautiful. I love her dress. Oh, you're so cute.
Well, thank you.
I do bottle service.
I'm gonna interrupt you and just say how beautiful your eyes are right now.
Thank
They're
you so
paired
much.
With, your dress. Yeah.
Thank you.
The other farmers pick their own early favorites. Reba endears herself to Brandon by being from a town almost as small as his. We know hers has at least one bar, though. Mackenzie's nursing career intrigues Nathan because she'll probably be able to help deliver calves. And Ty charms Melody when he chokes out the words Spanish girl for seemingly the first time in his life.
Have you ever dated a Spanish girl before?
I have not.
You haven't?
No.
Would I be your first one?
You would be my first Spanish girl. Yeah.
When the speed dates are over, many contestants are giddy, giggling, and looking coyly down the barrel.
I liked him.
Either because they're that excited about potentially abandoning their lives to move to the middle of nowhere and do farm work they don't know how to do, or because they've seen enough other dating shows to know what's expected of them.
Farmer Mitchell was so dreamy. I think we would be really good together. We're so alike.
He did good. He did well.
I'm feeling really good.
Oh my God. My heart skipped a beat.
So sweet.
At the end of the night, each farmer picks the 5 women they want to keep dating and the 3 they don't. Mitchell invites to his farm Sydney, Melanie, Kiana, Caitlin, and Brittany, the model from Thousand Oaks, California, who definitely wants to relocate to rural Tennessee to marry a farmer and not just be on TV for a few months. That means his first eliminees are Emily, who couldn't walk in grass, Candace, whose only screen time was being relieved she thought Mitchell was hot, and photographer Ray, who clearly didn't take her own advice to... Hello! Ty invites horse girl Brooke, sweaty Aaron,
Sweating.
Amy, Megan, and Melody to his farm. Because Christine already quit, only Allison and Ashley are eliminated, both of whom were in the episode so little you probably didn't notice that I swapped their photos since the last time they were on screen. Through no faults of their own, their only contribution to the show is helping prove that Farmer Ty definitely has a type. Fortunately, that type is also roughly his age, which shouldn't be notable, but is on reality TV. He's 42, his youngest contestants are 31, and his oldest is 38. But dating show years work like dog years, so really they're all in their 200s. Ty's age stays the same though, the dog years are only for women. Nathan invites Kristen, Mackenzie, Taylor, Allie, and Rachel to his farm. Lexi and Kiara are eliminated with no more love or screen time than when they arrived. Destiny the vegan is also out. Finally, Brandon invites Reba, Grace, Joy, Brooklyn, and Annalise to his farm. Britt and Tiana are eliminated for reasons unknown because they don't get any screen time. And Madison is eliminated for not knowing the difference between a 1,000-acre potato farm and a garden. Even though I don't think she would have won, I wish Madison stayed longer because she gave good interviews. I wish Destiny from Nathan's group stayed too. Her veganism was a huge part of the preseason advertising, and everything we saw in those trailers is everything that made air. Kind of feels like the show used her as a marketing prop. Did she even pick Nathan? Or did the producers purposefully stick her with the cattle farmer just to get that footage? At the end of the episode, just like last season, each farmer picks one of his 5 women to join him on the farm a full 24 hours before the other contestants arrive.
If I do the math, I think it's about 1,440 minutes.
The winners are all the women who got long date scenes that didn't quit the show after and or need to ask what a farm is. Mitchell picks Kiana, Nathan picks Mackenzie, Brandon picks Reba, and Ty picks Melody, who quickly reveals that she might not know what a farm is either.
What are these things over here?
Those are silos. So those...
What are they?
Silos.
Silo?
A silo.
Is Melody too inexperienced to be the wife her farmer wants? Will Sydney recover from missing out on Mitchell's first solo date? What effect, if any, will Brooklyn's nails have on her ability to grab potatoes? We don't know yet. Find out next week on another Farmer Wants a Wife recap. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, if you're so inclined, please like and subscribe. Thanks again. Bye.